What's up guys, today I'm going to show you how to easily get your first muscle up. Many people have problems with muscle up because they have enough strength but they still don't have the ability to perform this movement. Why? Because muscle up is a technical movement and the more strict version we want to perform, it requires a lot more technique. And today I'm going to show you this technique. I'm going to show you some tips that helped me to perform my first muscle up because I had strength to perform 20 strict pull-ups and still no muscle up. Why? Here's the answer. In the starting position, we don't want to be under the bar. We want to have our body prepared for the whole movement, so we want to be a little shifted. If we get to the behind of the bar, we will get some momentum, so our muscle up will be more dynamic. And if you want to have the more strict strength version, we want to be in the active hang, so we are in front of the bar. Good exercises that will help you to gain this proper starting position are the straight arm pull downs and the active hang. You can bend your arms a little during the pull downs, but remember not to bend them too early because then you will not be able to get your chest over the bar. So the next exercise will be high pull-ups, where you will learn when and at which height you will bend the arms. The high pull-ups will teach you how to get higher in the muscle ups, and also they require more strength and more dynamics during the movement, so they are a more difficult version of the pull-ups and demand another trajectory of the movement. And the modified version of the straight bar dips, when your nipple line goes under the bar. So by extending this range of motion, we are focusing here on the transition, which is the most difficult part in the muscle up. And another great exercises for the muscle up are just jumps on the bar. So you are getting used to this movement when you are not going straightly vertical, but this is more like a circular motion. And the negative, so the eccentric phase of motion, is one of probably the best possibilities for you how to gain the strength for the muscle up, mostly for the strict muscle up. Another pretty cool example of the exercise is just half rep muscle up. So you don't go from the deepest position from the hang, you are going from about 90 degrees, you go with this transition and then you are performing dips, then you slowly come back to this 90 degrees and you perform it all over again. If you have problems with the rotation of the wrists during the movement, first thing that comes to my mind is try to release a little your grip throughout the movement, or use the false grip if it is comfortable for you. You can try to perform the muscle ups with the rubber band, and then as you progress, replace the rubber band with a band with lowest resistance. And guys, please don't hesitate keeping. Keeping is okay if you learn the muscle up. You will get rid of any keeping as you progress within the time. It is normal for the people that if you don't have enough technique or if you don't have enough strength, you will keep. And at the beginning, this is totally okay. And don't worry about it because you will get rid of it very soon as you learn your first muscle up. And I want to warn you before something. Don't you ever and never perform the muscle up with firstly one arm and then another, because it increases the risk of your shoulder, elbow and wrist injury by thousands of %. Better use keeping. And now the muscle up on the rings. What is the difference? In my opinion, muscle up on the rings is much more difficult because it requires a lot of strict strength and also a lot more of the technique, because here we will use only false grip, there's no dynamics, there's no momentum here, so that is why the ring muscle up is way more difficult. The pull during the ring muscle up is a little different than in the regular muscle up on the straight bar. Why? Because we use more like a pronated grip or something like hammer grip, and our arms are not like this, because we start our motion from this and then we rotate it with our bicep, we go with pronated grip, and as high as we go with our chest, here we rotate. And remember that the whole motion, the whole pull should be as close to the body as it is possible to maintain the stabilization of our whole body. That is why high pull-ups on the rings with the full range of motion is one of the best exercises to perform. Not only that will lead you to the rings muscle up, but also because they have a very big impact on the straight bar muscle up. And here the same thing as in the straight bar muscle up, the same on the rings, will perform dips with the full range of motion. You can even extend it as I've shown you before. And two of my favorite exercises, the same also with the straight bar dips and with the rings muscle up. These are the negatives, so the eccentric range of motion. It should be controlled. This will help you to gain enough strength. It will help you to learn this technique step by step. And half reps, because they focus on the most difficult part of the motion, so the transition. If you cannot perform the muscle up from the bottom because you're stuck at this transition, try to perform only half reps so you learn how to perform this transition perfectly. And another great exercise for the ring muscle up to improve your movement pattern is just the ring muscle up with the straight legs on something. That's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed my video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe. If you're interested, visit my Instagram account, link is here, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out!